out. So Grammy-winning Nigerian superstar Wizkid smash hit single Essence hit a new peak at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Whoop, whoop! People are not happy. Just weeks ago, the record at number 11. The record is also looking good on the Shazam and Urban Radio chart. This comes after Made in Lagos. It's 1 billion, as in, I repeat, 1 billion streams across all streaming platforms. So number 1 presently is Stay, the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber. Number 2 presently is Industry Baby, Lil Nas and Jack Harlow. Fancy Like Walker Hayes. Way Too Sexy, Drake featuring Future and Young Thug. 5 Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran. And 6 Good For You, Olivia Rodrigo. And 7 Kiss Me More, Doja Cat and Caesar. On number 8 is Levitating, Dua Lipa. And 9 Night Talk, Drake featuring 21 Savage and Project Pat. And of course our man Wizkid and Thames. I would not just call Wizkid, Justin Bieber and Thames. Essence for number 10. And this is amazing. You know, this is the first of its kind. Now he has beat Fela's record. Is the most streamed African artist. He used to be Fela. Nominations for Grammy, he used to be Fela. He has beaten all of Fela's.
Wait, he's beaten Fela's record with Grammy nominations?
Yes, this one. Oh, no, sorry. I apologize. Not Grammy nominations, but he has gotten a win. Fela never got a win. Fela don't own a Grammy. How about that?
How about that? Lord of mercy. If I let's congratulate Wizkid in peace.
Anyways.
So that I don't finish Wizkid and make me look bad. Because if you really want to compare Fela...
I'm not comparing.
Like,
I'm just
I think,
saying
how about that?
Record.
The fact that we're even comparing... The fact that we're even dragging... what's it called? Dragging Fela and Wizkid shows how massive Fela is. Because Fela was not even in a digitalized world.
Thank you.
There was no streaming. There was no Apple Music. There was no Spotify. So, like, they're not even in the same category. So, for us to even be talking about how relevant Fela is, it's like talking about, like, I don't know, Drake and Michael Jackson. Like, hello, very different.
No, Drake and Michael Jackson, they're even close. It's like talking
close. They're not close.
Wait, it's like talking about Drake and what's that guy? Bang da da dang. Speed Darlington. Like,
you think Drake and Michael Jackson are close?
Kinda. At least not like close.
If you're disrespecting Drake, our people that came
Drake
before us.
Drake is getting there.
Yeah, it's not the same. You're talking about a pioneering icon. This person that laid the foundation for everybody. Not the same.
But Drake is also going to be seen as a pioneering founder of this type of music at some point.
What do you mean? He samples, like he's a product of the revolution of music that came about. How are we going to see him as a god when he was like...
Okay, so you think Michael Jackson didn't see people before him that he saw as, inspirations for his music? Michael Jackson just dropped from the sky and became a solid musician.
But do you acknowledge that there are founders to these things? The people that it started from somewhere. And you know that Afrobeats, for example, there was nobody before Fela that started Afrobeats. Fela was the beginning of that.
Fela is Afrobeats.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So then how can you compare Wizkid and Fela together?
I've tried to explain this to you several times, and a lot of people do not even know this. Now, Afrobeats is totally different from Afrobeats. What Fela did and what Fela and his kids, Made Kuti, Femi Kuti, Seun Kuti, they do Afrobeats. Without the S, Afrobeats is what they have put all Nigerian music in. So at the end of the day, when you start talking about Afrobeat, we need to be clear on it that Afrobeats is different from Afrobeats.
Please shout out to Wizkid, Thames, and Justin Bieber for their work. I think that this song is one of those, if you want to say like a song that has all the right formulas and everything, the song that just fits perfectly for the American culture, obviously, I think is one of those things. I think that R&B feel was right on time and everything.
Interview? Where it was talking about, man, they were putting songs against Essence in America, right? And Old Man Ebro kept going for Essence as the biggest song. He even went on to explain how he thinks that it's not even Afrobeats, it's not Afro anything.
Of course it's not Afrobeats.
What do you think Essence is?
It's an R&B song.
He thinks it's Altair. Old Man Ebro thinks it's Altair.
I mean, I don't know about that, but it's definitely, it has an R&B feel to it. The lyrics is very R&B. Like if you look at the type of R&B songs,
pop.
yeah, it's like that. I mean, Africans are singing it, so there is that African feel to the song. But overall, it's a R&B.
I think the only thing that
vibe.
makes that song, a little bit of Afro beats is the intonation and the pidgin English. Can I mean the rest of your mind? So it did pidgin day inside. That's the only reason why I think. But I can imagine if it was a genuine. Can I the one that the mess of your mind? No, I even put pidgin. Can I mean the mess of your mind? Can I mean they make? I see they talk pidgin. I'm such a Niger boy. I don't even know how to sing like a genuine.
I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
So at the end of the day, I just feel like, man, everybody has their own time, and Essence got a solid time.
It was an amazing song. It's very well deserved. I feel like the song has a hook, and I think the way that it's thriving in America proves what I'm saying, that it's very, because R&B is another genre that stemmed from America. It's an American history thing. Every other R&B person is influenced from that, so it fits that climate and everything. Even in Nigeria, I feel like even though it's not necessarily like our go-to, it's still thriving here as well, because it's just good music. Like if you listen to Essence, you wouldn't think what's that, or you cannot argue that the song is underrated or it doesn't deserve the love that it's getting. I think Thames put a heart into it. Wizkid's part was nice. Justin Bieber made the love sexual song a heartbreak song, in my opinion. But I know that him having been American and being a Top Gun is a strategic move to the song as well. So the whole thing, like the whole team and everybody are doing well with that song.
And big shout out to Justin. Is a number 1, is a number 10.
Exactly. That's
That's some period, man. He's still a superstar, and this guy started at the age of 14.
Yeah,
like that. If that's not an inspiration to you know, you youngins out there, you know me. I can't be 14 again. So, but man, let's just make it happen. Anyways, we have another story, and yes, we're about to dive into that. And yes, this is on Nollywood actress Ireti Doyle was distanced herself from her daughter Ngozi Kachi Abimbola Onyolu, popularly known as Kachi's Business, after she was accused of scamming people. The music star took to her Instagram page where she blatantly distanced herself from her daughter's business. She wrote, "I reiterate and write to inform all parties concerned and the general public that I am in no way connected to Kachi Beauty product. I do not have and never owned a share, been a director, been on the payroll, or received any financial benefits from the said business." Part of her statement read, she said that the CEO of Kachi Beauty is one of my biological offsprings, and that is the extent excuse me, of the relationship. The music star asked those affected to reach out directly to her daughter or the appropriate authorities equipped to deal with such issues. Wait, let me go first on this one, right? The reason I want to go first is I can remember when I was in my juvenile delinquent days, right? And I remember when I was in the university, and then, you know, a lot of crazy things were happening as well.
Crazy things are happening.
Do you like that song for real?
Yes.
All right, so my dad one day got fed up with one of the things I did. And do you know what he told me? He sat me down. He said, "Look, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be a criminal, you can be an armed robber, you can be whatever you want to be. As of now, I am tired." I'm speaking in his tone now. I am tired. And one thing that I want to tell you is, if you get caught, to back your shukeye, the police station, like, do you understand? Like, he was so serious about his last name. He keeps telling me that a good name is better than silver and gold. And if my name is what I have been protecting all along, the fact that you are my son and you're in trouble, don't ever go call my name. Do you understand? And I understood that from the point where, before he even had that conversation with me, I remember when my brother was on NTA and he did a report and he just called himself, "I'm Tokbe, reporting for NTA." My dad was so offended, like, "Why did you not say Tokbe Oshukeye?" Are you not Oshike here? Do you understand that kind of thing? So I know how important names can be, especially a name you have built. A name sometimes is a brand, like Ireti Doyle is a brand on her own. She has her own deals, she has signed, she has all of that. So I totally understand where she's coming from. If you are owning a legitimate business that other people own, right? And then suddenly you're beginning to be called out for being
Suddenly.
Take on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about the Kachi's business, being or whatever, and I at first I thought maybe there was some misunderstanding until she had a very secret pop-up somewhere, and then people found her, and then everybody went and disturbed the place. So she's obviously like deliberately ignoring the people that she's owing, and she's not. According to her actions, she's not trying to like solve it or whatever. If anything, she's just trying to avoid that situation. So I think that's borderline illegal. I think that, okay, so me, I didn't have any issues growing up. So I didn't have that issue with like what you were saying about your parents, warning you about behaviors and stuff.
So it is at this old age you're trying to be a bad child.
I'm not. Well, maybe because I don't see what I'm doing as bad. I'm okay with all my actions. I'm very proud of them. If you don't like it, that's your problem. But I find it a bit weird that she would come out and say this, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's because I've never given my parents that situation, and even if there's something that's uncomfortable that I've done, silence is the best thing outside, and they will not deal with it inside. I think this, for me, shows that they don't have a united front. Like, obviously, there is more to this story. Like, she's obviously maybe, like, been a bit difficult, or the mom has warned her about something, but it sounds like something like they're not together, dealing with this situation together, because if you were, you wouldn't necessarily like, I mean, when she now said, oh, she's my biological offspring, first of all, that sounds very like distant, like a daughter and a biological offspring is not the same. You get what I mean? So I don't know what she's trying to tell us here, that there is obviously tension, or she wants to just, well, that's how she wants to do her life. Me, I'm not gonna get dragged and be part of that. And then the last statement as well, where she said you can go directly to Kachi or the authorities. Basically, like, say you can call police for your daughter.
No.
Like,
have you seen? I don't know if you're watching Sex Education. Are you watching Sex Education? You remember when Maeve called the cops on her mom because she was still using and she had a little girl? I never blamed Maeve.
Yeah, exactly. But you see, the thing is that those are very extreme measures. And are you going to another families united? No, they're not. They're not united, because there are many issues where we don't call our parents, we don't call external people on it, because they haven't done anything to offend me that much that we cannot handle it as a family. So this is obviously something that is like making them. They don't have. See, the language is very off. Like offspring and authorities, and I have nothing to do with it. It's not giving me like.
I've not gotten any shares. Like Kachi's not even giving me money on top of this.
Like I have nothing to do with this. I mean, I understand why she has to do that, because she's a brand, but the language in which she's using, for me, communicates more than that we're not 100% good together. And it's so crazy, because I just saw her recently at a restaurant, and she was with some girl, and they were like a younger girl and stuff. She had beads in her hair, so like missing that girl is obviously younger, and they were like having a good time doing lunch or whatever. So it just made me start thinking, like, I hope that there isn't more, like this family dispute going on. It does happen, and it's not unnatural. It's not unnatural, and I respect what she's doing. We've seen it with Britney
Spears and Jamie.
Exactly. So I mean, if you want to be an what's that thing? I'll be doing that. The child that does not want to listen, then she can't continue to like suffer on your matter now. But I hope it gets sorted out anyway.
Say
what he said.
Anyways, guys.